Steve here from the Vinyl Record Mission, and today I'm going to share with you how this obscure, pretty rare record inspired one of the greatest artistic minds of our generation. Stick around. You'll want a sample of this.
Your two favorite guys, Ryan and Steve from the Vinyl Record Mission.
A while back, Headley over at Another Fat Bearded Man Talking About Records. It's a YouTube channel and a great one at that. I highly suggest that you check it out. I'll put a link in the description for his channel. He did a series on country funk, and I think he collaborated with another great channel, 6-Inch Pianist, and they did kind of a few videos in parts to share albums that were of the country funk genre. This group happens to be called country funk, and if I remember correctly, I don't remember them showcasing this record. It's kind of rare. It's the only album that they ever did, and I thought that I would share it with you guys for more than one reason. Number one, it's all killer, no filler on this record, and it inspired one of the greatest albums and one of the greatest artists of our time, so much that he sampled the opening track, which is called A Part of Me. I'm going to show you who that artist is right now, but just a little bit more about country funk. So this group materialized in Los Angeles, actually, and they quickly moved to Boston, where they played every well-known venue out there, and they opened for just about every big act at the time. And during the late 60s, through 68 to 1970s when they were together. During that time, they recorded enough material to fill 2 albums. However, Polydor only released this one record, Country Funk, self-titled, with nothing but amazing tracks. I would love to know what happened to the rest of that music that didn't go on this album. And I'm sure it's sitting around somewhere in a vault where they could take that and make an amazing issue, not a reissue, but an issue of unreleased material from this band. And I'm sure it would be all bangers. That's one for maybe Chad Chasm to go after and to look for, or Vinyl Me Please, or any of these. Light in the Attic actually did a country funk record, but strangely enough, this band wasn't on it. It was a list of artists that I'll read off here to you: Dale Hawkins, Randolph Marr, Johnny Adams, Mac Davis, Bobby Darin, or Bob Darin, yeah, in his earlier days, Jim Ford, Gray Fox, Link Ray, Bobby Charles, Joe Donaldson, Craig Cramp, or no, was that? Yeah. Tony Joe White, The Fox, Dennis the Fox, Larry Joe Wilson, Bobby Gentry. She's got a little country funk on that Ode to Billy Joe album. Grits and Johnny Jenkins. Everybody but country funk. And the title of the record is Country Funk. So that just goes to tell me that this record is, it's pretty rare. It's not easy to find. And it's on the Polydor label. This is the one that I showed. I picked this up recently in dig number 16 over there at the Vinyl Record Mission storage unit. And I made sure to point out, this is the cool hippie days back there. You got a heart patch on the pecker there. Lovely, huh? And then, the cover, you can see it right there. It's like, P.S. I love you. This is the band members on the back and the title tracks. It was recorded in 1970. Gary Kellgren was the engineer on this, and recorded again at the record plant in Hollywood. So, let's show the label. It's a classic, nice, thick, heavy Polydor vinyl, and I was so ecstatic to receive this record in such impeccable condition. It is just stunning. The cover, yeah, VG+, but the vinyl all day near mint sounds amazing. And these guys really knew how to utilize like just the best, fuzz rock guitars, amazing vocals. The drumming on here is what makes it funky. They go in and out of psych rock, blues, soul jazz, funk, you name it, it's there. And it's really, really, I think, one of the greatest albums from that era that hasn't gotten that much attention. However, this is what tells me that this record is worthy of much, much higher accolades. And that is that one of the greatest artists of all time, and that's this right here, Beck. Odelay. Yep. This is a sealed copy that I haven't even opened, and I'm going to open it today so that you can get an earful of how Beck used this amazing song, A Part of Me, from country funk to, work into his material. And what that tells me is that, a guy like Beck is just, he's so ahead of his time. He's so artistic. He's still going strong today, putting out, Grammy award-winning records a few years back. And just, he's really a genius mind in that industry. Super creative, out of the box, he invented his own style. That style of music that he brought, really nobody else was doing it in the mainstream and being successful at it. I would put him in the same category as this guy right here, as Bill Evans, in his genre. He pretty much pioneered that sound, and everything that sounded like it after was inspired by him, I would say. But on this record, the song Sissyneck, which is the third song on side 2, you'll hear how he took from this record here, country funk, and created an amazing song out of it. So let's get this opened up. Another sealed record, unsealed in my collection. Oh no, and oh great, it's a paper sleeve. That's good news. It's not PVC. Hallelujah. And it looks to be in stunning condition. Very, very pleased about that. Looks nice and flat. Now I'm going to drop a needle on the country funk record just for a few seconds so that you can hear what Beck sampled in his song Sissyneck. So there you have it. Another example of how greatness inspires greatness. If you ever come across this country funk record, do not pass it up. I'm pretty sure you can find it on Discogs for sale. I haven't really looked to see how much they cost, but I'm sure they're not super cheap and nice condition. This one obviously still needs a deep cleaning. The vinyl is really beautiful. I don't see any scuffs or scratches on it, but it's got some pops and ticks. I'm pretty sure it's just some grit that an ultrasonic cleaner will get out of there, and then it's going to sound beautiful. But it sounds pretty good as it is once the music starts playing. But you can hear how Beck sampled that entire tune, that drum break. So what I can't play for you in its entirety is the entire song, A Part of Me. It starts out as a classic, folk rock tune, very mild-mannered, melodic, and, medium paced. Beautiful song, nonetheless. It sounds great, but it's only like maybe the first 20 seconds or so of the song, and then it breaks into that, rhythmic funk break with these buzz rock guitars and these groovy harmonies in the vocals, and it rocks. And then it goes back at the end of the song back to that slower, folk rock country style. And they interweave those styles throughout the entire record. There's the use of those fuzz guitars is amazing throughout the record. Their harmonies of vocals and the drums rhythms are just amazing. Check it out on YouTube. You can listen to the whole album on YouTube. if you look up the album Country Funk, and you'll be able to sample it for yourself and see if it's something, worthwhile for you to purchase outright or just to know about and keep an eye out for when you're in the wild. So thanks for joining me on this episode of the Vinyl Record Mission, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
If you haven't, make sure you hit like and subscribe to the Vinyl Record Mission so that way you don't miss out on any future content. More videos coming your way.